Hi, my name is Sakina Akri, and I'm going to be speaking on how to prepare for a job interview. The first thing you should be doing is picking out what you're going to be wearing to the job interview. This is the smart thing to do is to have your clothes ready at least the day before. Your clothes should be pressed or ironed. They should be clean. They shouldn't look like you just pulled them out of a laundry basket or that you've had them crammed in your dresser drawer and you're just pulling them out for the interview. They should be clean and look presentable for the interview. Another thing you should be working on is greeting the interviewer. When you greet the interviewer, you most times you usually shake their hand and a good thing to do is to smile, to show them a smile. This usually sets the tone for the interview, and even if you could, when you're at home, you can ask your spouse. If you have older kids, ask them, or if you have or if you have family members that can help you with that, just let you practice. They could pretend to be the interviewer and you be the interviewee. Then you can probably practice with them to get you a little bit of practice in. Another thing is studying your resume. So your resume is the first thing that they see in regards to hiring or even giving you an interview. So the first thing, or one of the first things you should be doing is looking over your resume. Even if you have a job that you haven't worked in like maybe 10 years or more, you still should study it because more than likely they're going to ask you those questions. What kind of position you did, how you liked it, what would your coworkers say about your job, your performance. So that's a good idea, is to have that memorized, or not even memorized, but just looked over. It's really not good to memorize it. I would recommend just looking it over, but kind of putting your own spin into it so it doesn't look like it's memorized. Another thing is practicing most common interview questions. So in this case, maybe you should look up on Google or whatever you look up on about most commonly asked questions during the interview, so you'll kind of get a gist of what they'll ask you. Again, you can ask your spouse, your older children, or a family member or friend to help you with this too. Also, researching what you applied for. I would say this is a good idea so you know exactly what you're applying to, and so you're not surprised when you hear the job requirements that you're going to have to fulfill. And also what kind of interview it is. So you don't know if it's going to be a one-on-one interview or if it's going to be an interview with you, another person, and another person. So you probably want to make sure that or just ask. There's nothing wrong with just asking if it's going to be more than one person in the room. But you shouldn't let that intimidate you, even if it's just one-on-one. And last but not least, be on time. Being on time is important. It shows your interviewer that you, in the work area, you can be on time as well, and that you aren't, that being late is not something that you do. Because why would they hire you if you're late to the interview? And again, my name is Sakina Akri, and I was speaking on what you should do to prepare for a job interview. Thank you.